Hey guys, it's that. Cassie found something here. It's the size of a nickel.
Buffalo nickel, give me the fufu juice.
Oh, I gotta keep digging some more here. Let's see what else we can get. I found myself a bucket lister. I got a crotal bell.
It's a weedy.
You found a weedy?
Yes.
Sweet. A Walking Liberty 1943 half dollar. Oh my god, it's freaking gorgeous. You got an Indian? Oh my god, Cassie got an IHP. Needless to say, I am a happy camper. Morning, everybody. It's hopefully going to be a pretty good day today. I am in a brand spanking new spot. Never been here before. I just discovered it by accident the other day. I took my daughter over to see a friend of hers, and across the street there was this thing. It looked like a park or something. I had no clue what it was. Got to doing a little bit of investigating, and it's where an old school used to sit. It's an old schoolyard that wasn't on the maps as listed as a school or park or anything, but it's still owned by the school system. Don't know if it's ever been detected. I've been here like 5 minutes. Found a quarter, found a nickel, both fairly close to the surface, maybe an inch down. Got high hopes for the area, you know, beautiful area, so if nothing else I'm going to get out and have some fun. But let's see what we can come away with today. It's always fun exploring a new area, so if nothing else, it's nice this morning. It's supposed to be hot today, so got out. It's like 7:45 right now. We're going to see what we can find, so stay tuned. This sucker was deep. It's down there at the bottom of my pinpointer. Not sure what it is. Looks like the top might be broken off there or something. It's got a knurled handle. Part of a knob, or I don't know what it is. Instrument of some sort. Huh, interesting. It's there's no air movement right now, and it's really humid. There's still dew on the grass. I don't know if you can see like the haze across the grass there, but my glasses are fogging up like crazy. It's hard to see if I don't keep moving, so let's keep moving. This wasn't too deep. I thought it was a quarter when I first unearthed it, but then I realized that's a little bit bigger. And I saw the Chevy bow tie peeking out. Thought, that's interesting. What the heck is it? Token of some sort? Oh, check that out. Let me clean this up just a hair more so we can see it better. Chevy Superior 1924. Now, I don't know if that's when the coin was made or token. It looks really old. It's been hit by a lawnmower, I think. But it celebrates that car, at least. That is a cool find. I'll definitely take that. Not bad. Let's keep going. My glasses are fogging up again. Alrighty, it is 7:48. I've covered a lot of ground here just exploring. There is another guy here metal detecting too, I see. Actually over toward the area that I was heading towards, but so I kind of diverted off in a different direction. Give him some space. Found my first wheat penny. Hey. There we go. It's just a 52, but hey, we'll take it. It's something. It's a hey, behave yourself. It's something. It's the first wheat penny of the day. Man, I'm sweating like crazy. There is no air movement right now. There isn't a leaf in a tree anywhere moving. Take a look at the trees. No leaf movement. So all that dew that's evaporating off the ground is coming right into my sweatband. Check this out. Just pulled this out. It's got some patina, so it looks like it's pretty old. It was about 5 inches down, tiny little thing. Look at the back of it there. Looks like part of a link or a pin or something like that. Not sure. It was coming in like on an 11. And it's pretty clean here, not a lot of trash. So, you know, it wasn't hidden in amongst the trash. It was a nice clean signal to dig. And pretty interesting. I don't know what it is, but it's really cool. Signal ringing up a bit funny underneath that root there. And I got me a twofer. And I think one of them might be a wheat penny. Let's set that over there. Take my pinpointer, double check. Make sure there's nothing else there. Yep, okay, just a twofer. But I think, let's take a look at this. There's a Lincoln. And it's a wheat back. So one of them is indeed a wheat penny. Whoops. Let's see if we can get us a date here. Somebody playing some Megan Trainor in the background here in the neighborhood. I can't focus on that. Let me clean it up a little bit. Okay, that one is a 57. Okay, so one wheat penny. Let's see what this other one is. There's Lincoln. That looks to be a wheat back also. Sweet, I got two wheat pennies in one hole. And that is a 50 even, I think. I think that's a 50 even. I'll check it out closer when I get home. That's nice though. Oops. Too zoomed in. So, two wheat pennies out of the same hole there. That's not bad. I don't get a dual wheat penny spill or multi wheat penny spill very often at all. So that is a sweet find. Wheel. This is different. This was down there a good ways. Don't know what the heck it is. Interesting, isn't it? This looks like it grasps onto something. This almost looks like a super heavy duty. Oh, it's like a clamp thing. Check that out. I wonder what it clamped onto. It's cool though, isn't it? Interesting. I don't know what it would have been used for, but it's cool. Ooh. Falling apart. This is different. Not terribly sure what it is. The inner workings of a watch, maybe? Oops, dropped that right back in the hole. I think that looks like it might be the inner workings of a watch. I see some screws there and stuff. Maybe some spots where some gears went. That's cool. Wonder where the rest of it went though. Well, we are at a different site. It is a different day. We do have a small amount of air movement this morning at least, but the temperature's a little warmer this morning and the humidity is horrible right now. There's still dew on the grass, hopefully if the wind will come up and stay sustained enough to blow that away, maybe a little bit more comfortable. Got a couple of trash targets this morning so far, nothing fancy. But I do have a nickel in the hole with an Equinox, so let's check her out. Not stupendously deep down there, about 6 inches or so. And it's just going to be a Jefferson nickel. But we've got us a nickel. Normally it's the Simplex that's out finding those, but I got that with the Equinox today. So, there. Let's see if we can find anything better than that. I think that says 1970 something, if I'm seeing it right. So let's keep going. It has been quite a while since I turned the camera on. It's 9:30 and I think I last turned it on like 8 o'clock. Got out here pretty early. This ground is like concrete. I mean, this is the softest spot I found, just about. I got myself like a little lock. That would go like on a little kid's diary or something like that. Nothing special, but I got locked up. I'd rather get like an old one, but hey, you know, we'll take what we can get. I got maybe an hour and a half or so, and then I got to go pick up my daughter today, so she's out and about right now. This might be my last signal for the day. I kind of think it might be one of those squished pennies. Oh yeah. Museum Mysteries of the Mummy. Oh, Mystery of the Mummy. So bright I can't see that. Kalamazoo Valley Museum. That might be Kalamazoo Valley Museum. I have to see it when I get home. It's just so bright I can't see it through the lens. So we'll check it out. That's pretty cool. That's a nice find. I like these things. So that might have to be the last one for the day. And that did end up being the last signal for the day. That was, I think it was the last signal period. Definitely the last signal worth looking at. Well, it's been actually like 2 weeks now since I did that hunt, so I'm just now getting around to doing like a wrap-up thing. It's been still dry. I mean, we got a tiny bit of rain, but not just enough to kind of wake the grass up, but the ground is still really dry and hard. I was out for a little bit this morning, back at that same place that I was where I said the old boy was metal detecting, and I stayed away from the area he was in. I went back to the area he was in, and I ended up with, I found a bale seal, a 28 wheat penny, a 52 rosy, and a 36 merc. So he missed a few things. Good for me, bad for him. So this hunt though was pretty decent. Let me show you what I got here. You know, nothing totally spectacular, but in an interesting collection of stuff. An old Clorox bottle top. I don't know that I've ever actually seen one of these style. That's an old style. The pocket watch parts, no identifiable markings. That lock that I found at the second place. A bullet. I think that was the first place, a new place I found that. It was an old school, so of course I had to find a bullet. I still don't know what this is from. Maybe a handle off of a razor or something. It's kind of small though for a handle off a razor. Might have been to, I don't know, like a small mirror or something. This clasp, part of an old pin, some oddball stuff that sounded good but wasn't. There's this little item. It's a part of something else. Probably jewelry type thing, but I don't know what the final piece would have looked like. Found this as well, very similar, but you can see the way this has holes in it. It was threaded and part of a larger section of jewelry. Got the squished penny from the Kalamazoo Valley Museum. Which way does it go? Yeah, that way. Got a 50D, 52D, and 57D wheat penny, some clad, some stuff that was a little older but not quite, and this cool Chevy token. Now this one is a bit different. This one has right up under the tire there is a marking that shows copyright 1968. Sunoco put out this token originally that had on the backside a Sunoco label on it, not the Chevy, just the plain Chevrolet there. The other side was identical to this. Now I think this is brass. The Sunoco one was aluminum, but there was a advertising one that Chevy did, I think for their dealerships, that was brass. So I think this is the advertising variant of this, not the Sunoco one. The collection series that Sunoco did back in the 60s. So that's an interesting find. I didn't know they made two different variants on that, so finding that out was pretty cool. So that's it for right now. The delay was partially because we were on vacation. The kids and a friend and I all went to someplace I really have been wanting to go to because of the history, and would love to have had the opportunity to do some metal detecting in the area, but it was a shorter vacation. We didn't get the opportunity, and I wasn't going to make the kids wait around for me. We squeezed in a lot of stuff as it was. We went to Gettysburg, which was, if you've never been there and you get a chance, if you're interested in history, it's a must-have piece of your bucket list items. Just to be on the fields, even though it's hard to picture the things that occurred there in the short 3 days of that particular campaign, and all the people that died there. But seeing it, just being able to stand there and take it in, and stand on a little round top and look out across the valley off into the distance where the peach orchard was, and see this is where the Union soldiers were, and over there, you got to go over on the ridge line where the Confederate soldiers were, and know that they had to come off of their ridge lines. They were advancing on each other, and that battle took place there. It really is humbling. And the attitude of the townspeople there is absolutely phenomenal. A lot of the people there are of that mindset. Like, years later, you had the two armies, the soldiers, the veterans, that got together for to commemorate what happened there, and commemorate all the people that died and lost their lives fighting for the things that they were fighting for, good or bad. People died, and they wanted to honor their memories. When those people, which were much older at that point, got together and started recreating some of the events of the day, there was a point, they said, where the Union soldiers, those veterans, setting up on the hill at Little Round Top, couldn't even pretend fire on these soldiers that were coming on them. They had to lay down their arms, pretend or not, and go down and talk to and welcome these Confederate soldiers and hug them as brothers and sisters. And no matter what they were fighting against each other for, they came together in a sense of reconciliation and learning, so that they can go forward and be better people. And the whole town still has that attitude about them. No matter what is going on, no matter how people differ in the world, they still have that chance. It might be hard, but they still have that chance to come together and reconcile things, and make each other better people because of it. So it was a great experience. It was a great part of history. Little funny story before I wrap it up. Devil's Den at the bottom of Little Round Top there. Hope I'm not screwing up any of the names of these locations. You can climb on the rocks and climb in the crevices, and it's quite a popular tourist attraction because of that. Wasn't super busy while we were there, thankfully. There were very few people there. My daughter, my youngest, we got climbing up in the middle of these crevices, which takes a little time and agility to get up into these places. So we're, deep in these crevices, and all of a sudden she gets a nosebleed, which isn't unusual for her. Kids get nosebleeds sometimes. I don't know, I guess too full of blood or something. When she gets a nosebleed, though, it's not like a drip, drip, drip. It's like an arterial spurt. It's just, So she was having to hold her, she couldn't do this and get out. Every time when she stopped interrupting me, I'm in the middle of a good story here. So she's having to hold on to the rocks and get her way out back to the car so she can get some tissues to put on her nose and wait for it to stop. So she had to use two hands, and she was just leaning over and dripping, and she had this big trail of blood along the rocks. So we were saying, the battlefield demands its sacrifice, and she was it that day. So it's one of those things that we'll never ever forget as long as we live. So we got to add our own little piece of history to the area, and something that'll help us remember our time there as well. So anyway, that's it. Sorry for rambling, guys. Hopefully I'll be able to get something out for next week. It's hard to get out and to do any detecting. The place I went back to today, I did not do any recording, so heaven only knows what's going to happen. Anyway, see you guys later. I hope you're having a great day, and go out and find some of your own treasures.